Ancient hunter-gatherer societies in Argentina kept foxes as pets. New research suggests that ancient hunter-gatherer societies in South America most likely domesticated foxes. In some cases, ancient people were so closely associated with their foxes that they were even buried with them. A dog is a man's best friend, as the saying goes. But 1,500 years ago, in what is now Patagonia, Argentina, man's best friend was the fox. These conclusions were drawn by researchers after analyzing the archaeological site of Canada Seca, which is located about 210 kilometers south of the city of Mendoza. The results and description of the research were published in the journal, Royal Society Open Science. The burials of at least 24 people, including children, were found at the site discovered in 1991. Personal belongings of the deceased were most likely also discovered in the graves, including beads from necklaces, stone tools and various decorations. In one grave, researchers found a partial skeleton of a fox that was identified as Duschetsia navis, an extinct species about the size of a German shepherd that disappeared from the face of the earth about 500 years ago. Scientists indicate that the deceased had a special bond with the fox while they were alive and suggest that ancient hunter-gatherer societies kept foxes as pets before dogs arrived in these areas. Radiocarbon dating indicated that these people and the fox lived in this place about 1,500 years ago. According to researchers, the fox was deliberately buried next to the deceased in his grave. He probably had some deep connection with the hunter-gatherer society, and with this person in particular, said Ophélie Lebrasser of the University of Oxford, co-author of the paper. This is the second such find in South America. The first example of a similar burial was discovered in the province of Buenos Aires. The remains of a fox of the same species were found there in the vicinity of burials of hunter-gatherer communities, dating back to the end of the 2nd millennium BC. Scientists examining the find suggested that the fox may have been kept as a pet and considered part of the human group. Analysis of carbon and nitrogen isotopes in the fox's bones allowed us to learn about its diet. It turned out that the animal ate a lot of plants, such as corn. This diet turned out to be similar to the diet of the person in whose grave his remains were found. The authors suggest that wild foxes tend to eat much more meat, and this individual probably ate the same thing as the human buried with it. Either people fed it directly or it fed on human waste, Lebrasser explained. The most likely explanation is that this fox was a valued companion of hunter-gatherer groups. Its strong bond with people throughout its life would have been a major factor in its placement as a grave goods upon the death of its caregiver or those with whom it had contact, the authors wrote. In the study, dogs, Canis familiaris, began appearing on the South American continent along with humans about 4,000 years ago, Lebrasser explained. But their spread across the continent appears to have stopped north of Patagonia. As a result, The first records of dogs in the region where the Canada Sika site is located date back to the 16th century, when some communities began breeding dogs of European origin. By delving into the fox genome, the authors of the study tried to determine the cause of the species' extinction. According to one hypothesis, this species could have disappeared during interbreeding with dogs. However, it now seems unlikely that modern dogs found in this region could have descended from a mix of dogs and foxes, as previously thought. Instead of being absorbed into the dog population, Duschetzian aves became extinct when its habitat was taken over by humans, which occurred around the time of the arrival of European dogs in the region.
By the sun.